What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and I gotta say, something happened to me today that's never happened to me before in the 7 years of active trading in the stock market. So when I woke up today, I actually found out I was in a position that I had no clue I even entered. So I'm gonna show you guys sort of a 3-part video that breaks down sort of my reaction when I woke up and found out I'm in this big position that I had no clue I was actually in, and then showing you what I think is going to happen, and then coming back and showing you actually what did happen with a recap on the end, all said and done. So I think this is going to be a really good video, especially for you guys if you're new to the stock market, showing you what can happen if you really make stupid, silly mistakes like I did today, and then showing you, even with as much experience as you have in the market, mixed with some emotions, things can go terribly wrong, and then showing you just how little you might actually know about a given situation, even with 7 years of experience behind your belt. Gotta say, this might be one of the best videos I made. I never edit videos, so I hope you like it. Give it a thumbs up if it's pretty good. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to show you frustration, anger, and just true emotions in this video. You can already feel it by the way I'm talking to you. I am just beyond angered with myself because it's simply just that. It was a stupid mistake made by myself from forgetfulness. So let's get into showing you just how terrible your day could be if you do something like me. This is a stock BFRA. It's a common pattern. It's called a bear parabolic move. It goes up, then it crashes, and then it's going to bounce, like every time. So I trade it all the time. Very good. Let's take a look at what Connor's P&L looks like right now. So, everything's okay. Connor wakes up this morning. He's got a good night rest. He walks into his office, and what happens? He sees he's down $2,700 on the stock. Like, what in the fuck is going on right now? Oh, that's right, Connor. You put a limit order in yesterday for a 1,000 share purchase. Where at? Oh, at the perfect bottom, after the stock crashes, like we always do. The parabolic move. Go up, crash, bounce. Well, I had forgot to even put the limit order on and completely walked away from my computer. So at one point, I was up only $13,000 or so on that trade. And now this morning, I'm down $2,700 because I forgot I even had it. I forgot I even put the order out because I'm just a jackass. That's why. Anyway, so we wake up this morning down $2,700. So let's go through all the things Connor could do to alleviate some of the potential loss or make himself feel a little bit better about being so stupid. So we go in and we go, well, you're not going to win. You're going to lose. It's a guaranteed loss right now. And it's not coming back because I just know so. So what could we do here? Well, Connor could try to just say, oh, I just need to get out. I'm going to get out right now. In the morning, pre-market, I'm going to get out. I'm going to wash away the sins of this trade. Well, the only way to really wash away the sins of this trade is by selling pre-market right now. Well, let's take a look at what the spread looks like. Right now, the spread is $20 to $17. That's better because just a couple minutes ago, the spread was $13.70 to $20. My average is $22.70. I would have had to maybe sell all the way down at $13.70 or wherever the buyers are located this morning pre-market, which inevitably would have resulted in about a $10,000 loss. See, now what I could possibly do is try to sell my 1,000 shares to the buyer down here at $17. But if I go from 20 all the way down to 17 and I sell, that means I'm going to accumulate about a $5,000, $6,000 loss. So the only way Connor can make this a green trade is if somehow, by some magical means, market open comes around and the price gets back over this yellow line. If it's over that yellow line, I can make money on it right now. But currently, the sellers are trying to sell shares right at $20. And currently, the buyers are only willing to buy shares down here at about $17. And my average is right here at that smiley face. Now you could say, Connor, why don't you just sell it on the ask at $20 and just make a $2,700 loss? Well, I'll show you. The reason I can't just sell the 1,000 shares at $20 is because it has to be a limit order and it's during pre-market trading, there's less volume. And if the buyers are trying to buy at 17, why would they start buying shares from me at 20 unless there was something to change their interest in the stock? So unless the stock receives news, a technical pattern breaks out, or something dramatic changes, those buyers almost have zero incentive to come buy shares from me at $20 when they're asking to buy shares at 17. So let's see, can Connor sell his 100 shares at a limit order on the ask pre-market at 7:11 in the morning? Let's see. So he puts out the purchase or the sell for, that's 100 shares. Let's do 1,000. So we're going to put out to sell 1,000 shares there. You can see the numbers jumped up to 25 because I've added in my 1,000 shares. And now there's a bunch of people trying to sell at 20. I could sit like this all morning and never get filled. You see how we're not selling anything? There's no volume, there's nothing, and this is just getting caught in a bad situation. But I'm trying to show you that if you want to be just like Connor and possibly lose $10,000, then forget that you have a 1,000 share order out. And forget that you could have possibly made $13,000, and just show yourself how stupid you can be. It's a great time. You should try it. So anyways, with that being said, I will probably not be able to get these 1,000 shares out at the price of $20 unless the market opens and we get a candle that spikes up or something of that nature does in fact happen. So one of the best things that I could probably do in this situation is just wait until market open, because there's not a whole lot of volume right now. So the likelihood that this stock just automatically crashes out or something happens is very unlikely. So you're better off just waiting until market open to see if you somehow get a little candle up or if you start to get a candle down, and then just take it off, because right now you're already a guaranteed loss no matter what. So is it really going to hurt waiting till pre-market ends? Maybe, maybe not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what ends up happening to this play or to this situation by market open, and see what a loss we do accumulate with the route I choose to take. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, do not be like this guy. Do not forget that you have $1,000 or 1,000 share limit order out and then just completely walk away from the computer like an idiot. And then you will avoid this problem. So let's see how this all ends up unfolding by the time market opens. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. The stock BFRA ran all the way back up to $41.96 after I sold it. Typical. That's how the life goes, right? So ended up taking a total loss of $8,700 on the stock from yesterday into this morning, all said and done. So really, really unfortunate. And what I want you guys to take away from this is really just to make sure you don't make stupid mistakes like the one I made yesterday and into today. So if we look at the active trader, ended up losing a total of 4,000. What I did was, instead of listening to myself, which was just wait until market open, I ended up trying to close some of my position pre-market to deleverage a bit. And of course, as I did that, the market makers dragged down their bids and really wouldn't take any of my my sale orders until they dragged the stock all the way down to 16 and 17 and 18. If I would have just kind of sat pre-market and not tried to sell any, then I wouldn't have added any selling pressure to the market pre-market, and we probably would have been able to sit in this trade and pretty much wait till market open. So if I would have just waited patient until market open, I probably would have ended with a big green day or just not a loss. So the main takeaway from this, ladies and gentlemen, is if you put a limit order in, make sure that you remember you actually put a limit order in before walking away from your computer for the day and then go and looking at wedding venues with your fiance. So anyways, today ended up being a total loss from yesterday to today, $8,700. Not fun at all, but I thought you guys might get a kick out of this. I figured I had to put it on YouTube because why not? So that was the full process from yesterday, leaving a limit order in, getting filled, could have been up 13 grand, didn't know, and then woke up this morning down 3,300, and then ended up losing a total of $4,000, all said and done by pre-market before we opened up, and then the stock ripped up all the way back up to like 41. So that was my trading day. Pretty crazy, pretty erratic. Definitely not happy about it. So I just wanted to show you that with that one simple mistake, you could simply blow your trading account. That is probably one of the number one biggest mistakes, silly mistakes, and very dumb mistakes that you could obviously make trading in the stock market or doing any sort of investing. So if you notice, there was something very important. If you caught it in the video, Connor said, the stock isn't going to come back. I'm guaranteed a loss. It's just not going to come back because I know so. I can wholeheartedly tell you that's from having so much experience and knowledge from investing and trading in the past. I let it sort of dictate what I believed was going to happen today in the stock. I can tell you that the move that BFRA made back up today was very random. Like typically that wouldn't be the case. So I let all my past experience dictate how I was going to trade this morning. And if you remember, I said the best thing I can probably do is just sit patient in this trade until market open. And then what did I do? The exact opposite. I said, well, let me deleverage a little bit so that if I am wrong, it's not going to be as big of a loss. So I started to try to take off shares pre-market where there's less volume, and you're normally going to be dealing mostly with market makers if there's no volume. So when I was selling, I was most likely selling to market makers. So when I kept saying I want to sell, they would lower the bid. And then I'd have to go lower and I have to go lower. And then seeing your P&L go down more and more creates that emotional draw. So today I pretty much got suckered in and I lost due to that. Now again, we never know exactly what's going to happen for sure 100% of the time, as this video clearly shows. But again, normally when you think about what's going on, as I had in that video and said, well, let's take a look, see what I could do, rather than acting on a whim, I said I should wait in the trade. And then I changed and I got a little, and that's the biggest thing about trading, is typically a lot of the emotion. And if you guys watch any of my past videos or join us on our morning stream at 8:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, when we do our live breakdown, you will notice that that stock was clearly in the buying zone pre-market, especially when I was selling. So theoretically, I was selling where I actually should be buying if I practice what I preach. But today, the emotions beat the best of me. So hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. We got to get this video out there. So with that being said, hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.